The Librian gesture, expression, or human evolutionary involvement through conscious awareness involves a pretty complex uh, way of being, which is like it rules counseling for some reason. Um, and this is what's going to be more forefronting our reality with the Aquarius age. The Libran generation is going to just start to come out of the woodwork, and includes therapists, but real natural born therapists. Just going to start shining um, many different types of these kind of, say, healers. Uh, um, the main issues that come up is humanitarian, like, say, our relationships, the way that it's suffering already. I mean, but I can't believe it or not, it can get a lot worse. This is what the Aquarius age is kind of pointing at, unfortunately. Um, if anything is to get better with somebody on an individual scale, a lot of times we have to eliminate the people who just uh, don't have the knack. Well, they're not for you, really. You have your own life. Like, really the greats in our lives who have left a mark, like Tesla and whoever over there, will probably say, like, no, people are just are a distraction. They are something you don't. It's not what you're after. If you're a really creative person, you're after the truth. And the kinds of people that now start gravitating towards you, or surrounding that truth, that's those are your people. But then even there, you have the enemy who only wants to steal, right? Who wants to buddy up and then but take all the credit. Hello, narcissists, living forever, and they will always be here. Talking about them, they're just little children to get cut to chase. They are immature, painfully, to the point it's like, okay, if you really knew what was there, you know how predictable that type of immaturity is. The child that just isn't equipped to handle, uh, say, human emotional matters, which, well, say, interconnecting um, to a human scenario, that takes a little bit more growth into. A child doesn't have that very well. We can find unique expressions coming out of children, and it's like, oh God, that is so amazing that they would know that. I mean, but it's natural to come into these qualities eventually, if you're becoming more and more human, which is to be able to share with people and feel for their situation and be empathic, kind of do something called relating. Anyway, getting back to Libra, why would I even be going through any of this communications? It's coming up more and more, like today. I'm super sensitive, so you experience a condensed version, and it's like, well, yeah, of course. I do have an Aquarius moon too, and it's like, well, first of all, have you learned how to just mind your own business? Really, you are the one who is bringing in your fulfillment, your satisfaction through your pursuits. And what is that? Well, again, might I stress that it's not people, it's truths of things that you're going to be getting involved with and getting a payoff. Really, is it feeling good? Does it set you free? Did you catch the knack? Um, other people will be there. They just show up. It's kind of like you're looking for some good fresh water, and other characters are there around the water hole. Uh, Depends on what kind of water it is. If it's clear and fresh water, then at least you have that much in common, that they actually sought out and know maybe how to be around the fresh water. To how not to muddy it up. Anyway, just metaphor. To try and let you know, humanity. This is the call. Being the Aries rising here, um, particularly if you are an Aries rising, this is really true. But I say I am humanity because you are the Aries I am, and you're awakening. This is the human experience, and we're going to experience Pluto moving into the 11th house of Aquarius, which has to do with friends, and it's going to be tough. See, the only way to make the right friends, and again, I'm going to stress, the third time might be a charm, is that you just be sincere, you be truthful, you just be honest with who you are. Like really, what is your interest? Really, are you, if it's that you're a narcissist and you must wear a mask because there are such insecurities, and well, then don't be surprised that you're maintaining relationships, that what surrounds you is the same masked, perhaps deceptive, because what's really there? What is the reason that it even stands in front of you? What is the transaction? At least be practical enough to understand what you're dealing with, there. Uh, because nobody's excluded from being, I was almost going to say scrutinized, but it's really that Pluto kind of wrecking ball that is going through the house of, now it's Aquarius, it's humanitarian, it's humanity, and see, not all bad, not all ghetto. That's the point, is that it's a good thing because we're going to get out of the ghetto. But what needs to be illuminated is the ghetto. Saying, well, by the way, that's ghetto. No, we don't have to go there anymore. We don't have to be there. A lot of people are already holding ground like that. It's like, we don't really have to do that, and we're perfectly intact, in fact, healthy without it. So, getting back to the split, there's that, it's going to be happening, and leave it to Libra and Aquarius, and even, yes, Gemini is involved with this air trine sensation. You'll be waking up very, you better have some earth friends. You have some earthy friends, you know, uh, but the way to survive Pluto is to turn to Pluto. You face it head on like the mast, and here comes the waves, because the truth is you're on the fucking ocean. That's what Pluto is going to tell you. By the way, did you see where you are? Hello? Are you at least looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Do you see the truth at all? Pluto is the truth. And there is a truth about humanity, and and what we're talking about when we say humanity, babes. It's like, okay, there is common sense that we're dealing with, believe it or not, and we can word it all out. It's not that as complicated as, say, the next narcissist would like to argue it to be. Um, Otherwise, we wouldn't start out as children first. It would just be that we were totally equipped uh, with words. Children don't start out with words. Why? Because you don't need them. The saying goes, children know the truth until they start believing what they're told. Now, you don't have to go all hocus pocus about that. The truth is just a silent, quiet experience you're going to have to one day dare to choose to have in reality. It's not a mind experience, and it's not anybody else's mind. It's just you have reality. Did we clarify what that is? Somebody that has been here long enough would know by now what Shauna knows of reality. What that is? There's a space between your nose and your hand. It's there now. It's always now. It's always now. It's just space. It's nothing hocus pocus. It's just, you can call it outer space. Well, because why? You have you have an inner space, but then watch out for that mind. The mind, watch out for meta. A lot of people, we're going to get into that inner space later on. See, I'm just learning. It's like, oh, wow, that is even the more potent thing. Really, there might not be anything else but that. From within comes the without. But watch out for that mind. The mind is the obstacle. Anyway, don't want to close it up now while there's maximum confusion right now. But why not?